Cinemed Ambulâncias, frota moderna e equipe especializada. Segurança para sua família, proteção para os grandes eventos. Acompanhe o VT no telão de nossa arena. neste momento para recebermos as equipes que irão se enfrentar nesse jogão da Basketball Champions League América. Vamos lá! Neste momento vamos receber a equipe do Quimsa da Argentina. Número 0, Tavario Miller. 5, Juan Rocino. 10, Fortunato Rolfe. 17, Emiliano Wasabi. 18, Agostinho Pérez. 19, Bruno Sansimone. 32, Eduardo Vassirani. 33, Nicolas Romano. 34, Arnold Lois. 44, Prince Ali. E número 80, Frederico César. E seu treinador, Leandro Ramela. E atenção, torcida do Minas Storm. Neste momento, vamos apresentar a equipe do Minas. Façam barulho. Número 1, Jeremy Howell. 2, Fernando Fernandes. 5, Franco Morales. 8, Murilo. 9, Danilo Fuzero. 10, Lucas Rodrigues. 12, Rafael Mineiro. 15, Vini Silva. 20, Juan Arengo. 24, Alexandre Paranhos. 27, Yuri Elias. E 44, Luiz Monteiro.
Good evening and welcome into Minas Tenis Clube in Belo Horizonte, Brazil for tonight's Basketball Champions League America's Group C contest between Minas Tenis Clube and Quimsa of Santiago del Estero of Argentina. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Fada, and we're so glad you can be with us tonight, wherever you're watching from, in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Andrew, Minas come into this one already having clinched first place in the group, so they really don't have anything at stake here. But Quimsa are tied with Biguá for the second spot, and while those two teams are scheduled to tangle tomorrow, a win against Minas could go a long way toward helping secure a berth in the quarterfinals.
That's right, and even though Minas has secured their spot already, we've already seen teams in a similar position still play a great game, especially in front of their home crowd like Minas here this evening.
Minas won both previous meetings in BCLA play this year. On December 14th, Minas won 84-73, and then on January 13th, Minas came out on top 80-69. For Quimsa to rely on Agustin Perez, the fourth leading scorer in the tournament. Again in this one, he's put up a couple of 20 spots on Minas, and we could see former UCLA product Prince Ali make his debut for Quimsa, and in fact, we will see Prince Ali. He is in the starting lineup for Leandro Ramea. We saw his starting five just now: Tavario Miller, Juan Brasino, Agustin Perez coming off the bench in this one, Nicolas Romano, Prince Ali, and Federico Zezular. Leandro Ramea assisted by Edgardo Santillan. There's the starting lineup for Minas: Jeremy Hollowell, Franco Barale, Vinicius Silva, Juan Arengo, and Luis Montero. There's Leo Costa. He's assisted by Joao Otto. And Minas have a variety of weapons, Jeremy Hollowell and Luis Montero most notably. But they've got a few guys that have had very good output against Quimsa in this tournament.
Yeah, that's true. And Quimsa's going to try to limit those guys this evening. As you said, they're still in this. They're not performing as well as maybe what we had seen their team last year, who won it all in this tournament. But they'll look tonight to get back on track and at least get to the next level where they can try to recreate what they did last year.
Jeremy Hollowell against Quimsa so far in this tournament: 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 14 points in 2 games. And Luis Montero in December, 14.7 boards, and then in January, 16 points and 10 boards against Quimsa. So Quimsa will have to look to find a way to stop those two. This is the only game tonight, but we've got a super doubleheader for you tomorrow as Boca Juniors take on Flamengo, and Quimsa will battle Biguá in a game that will likely decide who advances out of Group C. Yesterday, Franca finished the group phase undefeated, defeating Instituto 83-68, and it was Paisas taking down Toros del Valle 101-87. Paisas, after starting off group play 0-2, finished at 3-3. So they will advance to the quarterfinals by virtue of their win on their home floor over Toros yesterday. Tomorrow's games, by the way, Boca and Flamengo in Group B will start early, 11:10 a.m. local time in Buenos Aires, 9:10 a.m. Eastern in the U.S., and then Quimsa and Biguá. That's the last key game of the group phase. 7:10 p.m. local time here in Belo Horizonte, 5:10 Eastern in the USA. A couple of moments away from getting started here. Our officials for this contest: Jorge Vasquez of Puerto Rico, Krishna Dominguez of Mexico, and Roberto Fernandez of Costa Rica.
Mais uma vez, ao jogo entre Minas e Quimsa, da Basketball Champions League Américas. Obrigado pelo seu apoio.
There you get a look at Prince Ali. He was on the roster in January, but did not play for Quimsa.
Convidamos Francisco.
Played his ball collegiately at UCLA, finished in 2020, played 114 games for the Bruins. His best year was his junior year in 2019 when he averaged 9.6 points, 2.7 rebounds per game. He had been playing in Norway, Spain, and Poland. In Norway, he averaged almost 25 points per game. So it'll be interesting to see what he does here in South America.
Muito obrigado, Francisco. E vamos para o jogo.
Ball is in the air, and we are underway. Quimsa decked out in red with white numbers. Minas in white, trimmed in black and blue, with gold numbers on those white uniforms. Here comes Barale, gives it up to Silva. He goes up, jams it, and comes down on his hands. My goodness, what a start to the game. Now the step back three on the way from Nicolas Romano, and that is good. Well, we come out of the gate smoking in this one, Andrew.
A dunk and a three to start. I like it.
Followed by a three at the other end.
From the guy who dunked.
Yeah. Winnie Silva had hit his only other three-point attempt in this tournament. Zezular falls over, but still gets it to Romano. Romano back to Zezular for three. Airballed that one. Barale has jump plays in the background. I love it. Ringo swinging it right. Now here comes Hollowell. Splits the defense and drops it right in. Ali on the drive, kicks it out. Zezular back to Miller, and now Brasino back to Miller. Tried to hit the cutting Zezular, but it slipped right through his hands, and that's a Quimsa turnover. Your guy, Federico Zezular, getting the start in this one. Hasn't played a lot. Got 6 total points in the entire tournament. But Leandro Romea giving the Z-Man the start as Minas opens their lead up to 9-3.
He's been a little shaky so far, but I really like him in the open court more than what I've seen from him so far in the half court. He's an energy guy, high energy.
He is. Maybe that's why he's in there, to give Quimsa energy early. Brasino, step back three. Splash! Juan Brasino. Brasino came into this one shooting 3 of 22 from the arc for 13%. And he hits his first attempt here tonight. Good to see Brasino getting off early. Now Arengo takes it all the way himself with the left hand off the window. Tavario Miller from 17, and that's good. This team's coming out smoking from the floor. Minas 5 of 5. Quimsa 3 of 4, 2 of 3 from the arc.
That's the second time we've seen somebody kind of slip on the floor. Now, he was assisted with his slip, but just something to watch out for. Zezilar seemed to kind of fall out of nowhere, too.
Luis Montero back iron on that three-point attempt. Romano looking for some sort of opening, finally gets it to Miller. Now Brasino back to Miller. Nice pass. Tavario Miller a little too strong off the glass, though. And now here comes Hollowell up the other end. And it's a 5-point lead for Minas as Leandro Romea takes time out. Just over 6 minutes to play in this first quarter. Frenetic action so far. And it's a 5-point lead for Minas.
You should say a prayer, ain't nobody praying for you. Cause if I want it, then it's mine, that's what I'm saying to you. If it ain't hard, you better leave. You try and cross me, then you dead to me. Cause I'm in the business of making enemies. And there's a good chance that you may never leave. You feeling comfortable, you should never be. Cause I bring the pain if we should ever meet. Tonight, you should really find a lifeline. Outlaws come alive in the nighttime.
13-8 in favor of Minas. Minas red hot to open this game. 6 of 7 overall from the floor. 1 of 2 from three-point range. Quimsa, not too bad themselves. 3 of 5 overall. 2 of 3 from the arc to get started. And Andrew, I'm not sure, was that kind of an odd place for a timeout? It's not like Minas were really throttling Quimsa at this point.
Yeah, they're keeping up to some degree here, and Minas is really hot. That's the only thing I can think of is like, hey, let's see if this kind of takes them out of their rhythm.
Beautiful jump shot from Tavario Miller from 15 feet. Nice touch on that. And he gets Quimsa back to within 3. Silva into the lane, back to Arengo. And now three-point attempt from the right side, circles out, rebound grabbed by Ali, and the foul on, I believe that's Silva.
One thing they may have discussed in the timeout that I see there is you can see Prince Ali is really hounding Juan Arengo, who has been so far the key ball handler for them. So maybe the timeout was to discuss, hey, let's keep it out of his hands he seems to be making good things happen.
Miller, right side to Brasino. That three-point attempt missed. Coming up on the halfway mark of this first quarter. Minas have had the advantage so far, but not by much. Brasino fouled by Orengo. This environment here,
top notch.
Yeah, this reminds me of Grises de Humacao and Liège in Belgium, where the PA guy is singing pretty much the entire game and trying to get the crowd to sing along. There's a drum line playing. This place has the strobe going on the home bucket whenever they make one. It's a good time here. Hollowell the drive. Jeremy Hollowell now with 6. Here's Ali on the drive. Off the square, and that rolls in. First points as a member of Quimsa for Prince Ali. Or was that Tavario Miller? I thought that was Prince Ali. And Hollowell again. There's Ali shooting. That three-pointer won't go in. I believe that was Barale that had his shot blocked by Tavario Miller out of bounds. It'll stay with Minas. So subs on the floor now. We'll get those to you in just a moment. There's Agustin Perez coming in along with Bruno Sansimoni for Quimsa. And a travel by Alexandre Paraños. So on the floor for Minas, Hollowell, Danilo Fusaro, Lucas Rodriguez, Alexandre Paraños, the captain, and Yuri Elias. And for Quimsa now, Tavario Miller, Emiliano Basabe, Agustin Perez, Bruno Sansimoni, and Nicolas Romano. The official scoreboard has it at 17-12 on the live stat page. It'll be 19 now, but our graphic has it at 17-14. We're going to try to track down the score here exactly. Now the drive by Romano, and he gets fouled by Hollowell. First foul on Hollowell. And did they call that an unsportsmanlike? Or are they just waiting for substitutions to line up for the free throws? Yeah, that was an unsportsmanlike.
No, okay.
Nope, it's an unsportsmanlike. My goodness.
The crowd disagrees, it would appear.
I mean, I guess he grabbed him to prevent an easy layup. as Romano hits the first free throw, and he's got 4. (19-14) now. As Romano hits both free throws. Basabe looking to inbound. Sansimone to the left elbow. Now the baseline jumper. That's good. Nice touch on the one-hand shot. Minas moving it around. Here's Paraños spinning his way into the lane with the left hand and in. Masirani gives it up, and now a 3 on the way from Sansimone, and that is good. Lead down to 2 with 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. 21-19 in favor of Minas. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feda. Pretty tight game so far. Welcome into all our viewers in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Oh, the hanging jumper won't go. The offensive rebound, and now Lucas Rodriguez for 3. And the lead is back to 5. 1:15 to play in this first quarter. Here comes Arnold Lewis. His shot won't go. And Minas had numbers for a moment. Rodriguez again. Splash once again. Lucas Rodriguez back-to-back 3-pointers.
Both times, good job getting to the rim to get him open.
Biggest lead of the game now for Minas after Quimsa had cut it to 2. Back-to-back threes by Lucas Rodriguez. 17 years old. Has not played a lot in this tournament. His 2 3-pointers equaled his previous output in the entire tournament combined.
Maybe we can see him get on a little bit of a heater here.
He only played 1 minute against Quimsa previously. But he's in there now making a significant contribution. Second free throw by Sansimone is good. Rodriguez between the rings, now to his left. Into the corner, 3 on the way. That rings out. Rodriguez diving onto the floor. Goes out of bounds, and looked like the initial signal was that it will stay with Minas. I like the way this Lucas Rodriguez is playing at 17 years old, man. He's diving on the floor, knocking down threes, finding open shooters.
To be young again. I think 17 might have been the last time I dove on the floor.
Intentionally, anyway.
Yeah.
And a travel by Danilo Fusaro. A little extra hop with that foot. Shot clock off, game clock at 7. Here comes Sansimone. His teardrop floater won't go. And no shot. It was not close anyway. So the first quarter comes to an end with Minas on top by the score of 27-20. A good first quarter for the home side. 12 of 19 from the field overall for 63%, 3 of 6 from the arc. They did not shoot a free throw in that first quarter. For Quimsa, pretty good themselves, 7 of 14 overall for 50%, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Just that Minas have taken and made 5 more field goals in this game. Minas, massive advantage early in rebounding, 11-3, including 4-0 on the offensive glass. 3 turnovers in that first quarter for Quimsa, 3 for Minas. Individually for Minas, Jeremy Hollowell, 8 points. Danilo Fusaro, 2. Lucas Rodriguez, 6. Vinicius Silva, 5. Juan Arengo, 4. Alexandre Paranhos with 2. For Quimsa, Tavario Miller, 4. Juan Brasino, 3. Brasino already with 3 assists. Bruno Sansimone has 4 points. Eduardo Vasirani with 2. Nicolas Romano with 5. And Prince Ali in his first action with Quimsa has 2.
Yeah, that's something kind of impressive. You talked about the rebounds. I looked at the stats, or what you had just mentioned. There's only 7 shots that Minas has missed, but take a look. They have 4 offensive rebounds.
4 offensive rebounds.
Compared to the 3. Yeah, so I was like, well, Quimsa hasn't had a big opportunity to rebound, but still they haven't even gotten. They've been outmatched on those few rebounds. So yeah, that's something they're going to want to get a hold of here as the game goes on. Not a winning recipe.
(27-20) as we start the second quarter here in Belo Horizonte, Minas Tenis Clube. Arnold Lewis driving, hanging. Defense too good. Goes out of bounds off of Minas, and so Quimsa will retain possession. Arnold Lewis, last time out against Minas, had a double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Working here, missed that shot. Shooting it up over Juan Arengo. On the floor to start the second quarter for Minas, Danilo Fusaro, Lucas Rodriguez, Rafa Minejo, Alexandre Paranhos, and Yuri Elias. For Quimsa, it's Basabe, Perez, Sansimone, Vasirani, and Lewis. 3 from the corner for Elias. That misses. Rebounded by Arnold Lewis. Sansimone swings it right side to Perez for 3. That missed. Lewis, the putback. That is in. Alexandre Paranhos puts his head down, drives the left side of the lane, and lays it in. Biggest lead of the game for Minas has been 8. And Lewis fouled in the paint. I believe that's going to be on Rodriguez. Take that matchup all day long if you're Quimsa. And that is exactly why Lucas Rodriguez had his arm draped around Arnold Lewis. Sansimone, right side to Perez. 3-pointer missed badly. Agustin Perez, the tournament's 4th leading scorer at 19.5 points per game, has not scored yet in this one. Perez had been the tournament's leading scorer until Victor Liz showed up, and Jesriel de Jesus started racking up the points. Oh, Arnold Lewis has his dunk attempt blocked, but a foul called. Jared Ruiz for Esteli, going slightly crazy as well. That was a fun one last night between Paisas and Toros de Valle. Victor Liz for Paisas, averaging 27.5 points per game. He had a couple of 34-point efforts in his first 2 outings. And then Esteli, the previous night, De Jesus and Ruiz were just pouring in the points. Glenn Cosi, by the way, from Paisas, he's had a couple of really strong games, a couple of game winners. He's up to 5th in scoring at 16.8 per game now. Yuri Elias tried for the reverse, had his shot blocked, and I believe they got Arnold Lewis, and he's looking for an explanation. Wow. That sure looked clean.
Pretty clean.
And you know, Arnold Lewis was just talking to Sansimone saying, I didn't touch him.
Don't know how I feel about that stroke.
Yeah. Should come with a disclaimer. Photosensitive viewers may experience issues.
I would hate taking a ball out after a made basket.
Yeah. Lewis faked the 3. Got Mineiro in the air, and Lewis traveled.
Did he, though?
I don't know. I thought it was a clean fake, a dribble.
He dribbled, got to 2 feet, shot fake.
Yeah.
Used his pivot to take one more step and then went off that step. Because remember, a lot of people say, you know, you get 2 steps and that's travel, but your 3rd step is what makes it a travel. You get 2 steps. You get to it. So when that first foot comes back down, that's when you've traveled.
The lob into Bolaños and the foul from behind. It's going to be on Basabe. Now we're back underway. 31-24. Handoff to Barale. Shot clock at 6. Barale takes it himself. Tough fadeaway to the side along the baseline with the shot clock winding down. Now Basabe kicks it out. 3 on the way. Too strong. Lewis the rebound. Back out to Miller. And Quimsa reset. Perez, beg your pardon, that's Basabe, gets it to Lewis. And did he travel again? Oh no, an offensive foul. Well, Arnold Lewis does not look like he's going to be taking out Jorge Vasquez, Krishna Dominguez, and Roberto Fernandez for dinner after this one. A foul on a blocked shot, a travel, both of which were maybe, and now an offensive foul, which was a probably.
Yeah, the offensive foul was pretty
Arengo. Yeah, Arengo for 3, missed. It stays 31-24 inside 6 minutes to play, second quarter. Now Perez, the floater, missed. Lewis rips the rebound down. Shoots it from the left elbow. No. Barale pushing it up. And a foul committed by Basabe. Second foul on Basabe. Again, this is the only game tonight. A couple of super matchups tomorrow. Boca Juniors and Flamengo in Group B, 11:10 a.m. local time, 9:10 Eastern in the USA from Buenos Aires. And then Bigua and Quimsa. That game will likely determine who advances out of Group C along with Minas. Assuming Minas wins this one, of course, we can't assume that. That one will be at 7:10 local, 5:10 Eastern in the U.S. Back here at Minas Tenis Clube. 2 games yesterday. Franca defeated Instituto 83-68, and it was Paisas over Toros del Valle to catch the second berth out of that group to advance to the quarterfinals out of Group A along with Real Estelí. Hand off to Montero. Tried a little pocket pass there, and keeps it running. Up ahead to Fortunato Rolfi. That goes off the shot clock. And that is a turnover. A 4-on-1 break. And Quimsa did not get a good look. And so we have a timeout on the floor with 5:04 to play in this second quarter. Minas by 5, 31-26. We are back live from Belo Horizonte in Brazil in just a couple of moments.
A camiseta em comemoração aos 90 anos.
Ok, se o seu homem ajudar,
31-26 in favor of Minas. Biggest lead of the game for Minas has been 8 at 27-19. Quimsa has only led for 16 seconds of this game. And their biggest lead, a single point. I believe that was at 3-2. Barale, lob inside to Silva. Score the bucket, Winnie Silva. For the doble la falta. And he will go to the line. Silva 6 of 11 from the line in this tournament heading into this game. Has not shot a free throw yet. And that was the third foul on Emiliano Basabe, so he will come out. Silva completes the three-point play. Brasino to Zezular. Oh, athletic shot by Zezular, hanging in the air and finishing with the left hand. That was a tough shot. Did not quite see what happened here, but Vinny Silva will go to the free throw line. Foul was on Romano, and that was his second. Got to be careful with him. He's one of the only people for Quimsa has been effective offensively with 5 points. Tavario Miller leads the way with 6. Nice little bank job there by Romano. Hollowell gives it up. Here comes Arengo, loses his footing, but regains his balance. Shot clock at 4. Arengo along deuce, and that is good.
Quimsa was really flying around on defense on that one, too. So to get that last second shot and make it, it's a backbreaker.
Rolfe for 3. That will not fall in. Rebounded by, I thought Tavario Miller had it, but Hollowell stole it away. That long three-pointer by Montero from the left wing, no good, but another offensive rebound for Minas. And Quimsa have closed the rebounding gap somewhat. Barale, the nice feed to Silva, but he is denied. And a shot clock violation for Minas. Great job defensively by Quimsa on that possession.
How often have we seen Minas up? I mean, they're not up by a lot, but 8. And Montero, only 2 shots, 0 points. He's usually pretty big scorer for them.
Yeah, he's averaging 14.8 or 14 points per game, 9.8 rebounds, which is second in the tournament. He's had 14 points and 16 points against Quimsa, but again, as you say right now, has not scored. Romano slips a little, can't get it to go. 2:20 to play, second quarter. To Hollowell. Steps back, launches the 3. That is good. And the biggest lead of the game now for Minas at 11, and Brasino can't answer. Airmailing that one from the right wing, out of bounds. It'll be Minas ball with 2:02 to play in the second quarter. Nice little bounce pass to Silva, and he's fouled. Andrew, maybe a little bit later on, we can update our power rankings.
Ooh, great idea. Yeah, a teaser. Let me see if this spoils anything. No, I don't think this spoils anything. Couple things I'm excited for as we're approaching, the playoffs will be upon us soon. Minas, a newcomer, they're one of the top tier teams. It would appear they will remain unbeaten here tonight. And then we mentioned earlier kind of the turnaround that Pisces has had. They're going to be, like second tier in the next level. Excited to see what they can do, because I think Minas can potentially compete with the Francas and Flamengos of the tournament. And Pisces, I think, can play up to, like a team like those or Minas here. So excited to see how that goes once we get started.
The lead now 13, 43-30. Leandro Romeo wants timeout with 1:45 to play in this second quarter. Back in a moment live from Belo Horizonte in Brazil.
Habíamos defendido bien, dejamos de defender y pedir que se pasen la pelota. Paciencia, recién
43-30, the lead is now 13 points for Minas. As we hear Leandro Romeo trying to get his team back into this one. A win would be very helpful tonight for Quimsa. However, the big one will be tomorrow night against Biguá. Winner of that game will likely be the second team to advance behind Minas out of Group C. Ali gets it up ahead to Romano. Now he hands it off to Brasino. Back to Romano. Shot clock at 10. Now Ali drives into the lane. His pass deflected and out of bounds. It'll be Minas' ball. My goodness, another three-pointer. I'm pretty sure that's not how Leandro Romeo wanted to come out of that timeout. A turnover and then giving up a three. And here's a 4-on-1. And Minas now rolling as Vinny Silva gets the lead to 18. Andrew, I don't know if Quimsa have the firepower to come back from 18 down offensively. Oh, behind the back pass to Silva. Another three on the way. That one no good. By the way, that last three-pointer by Minas was by Lucas Rodriguez. So the 17-year-old now 3 of 3 from three-point range in this one. He's got 9 points. Having trouble putting together my power rankings here. There's some teams we haven't seen in so long. It seems like, anyway. Feels like I haven't seen Boca Juniors since like the late 1900s.
Correct. They were one that I was scratching my head about. Like, where do I...
Ali for three as the second quarter comes to a close. Minas, a big run to end the second quarter. A 12-0 run to end the second quarter and take an 18-point lead, 48-30. Minas outscoring Quimsa in that second quarter to the tune of 21-10. Not a huge offensive output, but holding Quimsa to just 10 points. Let's look at the numbers. Minas, 18 of 33 overall, 55%. 5 of 13 from the arc for 38%. 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Quimsa, 11 of 30 overall for 36.7%. Just 3 of 12 from three-point range. 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Big advantage on the glass for Minas still, 21-12, 7-5 on the offensive end. 7 turnovers for Minas, 8 for Quimsa. Individually, Jeremy Hollowell, 11 points, 3 rebounds. Danilo Fusaro, 2. Lucas Rodriguez, 9. Vinicius Silva, 14 points already. That's 10 more, almost, well, 9 more than his tournament average so far. Juan Arengo with 6. Alexandre Paranhos with 4 points, 3 rebounds. Yuri Elias with 2 points. For Quimsa, Tavario Miller, 6. Juan Brasino, 3 points, 5 assists. Bruno Sansimoni, 4. Eduardo Vasserani, 2. Nicolas Romano, 7. Arnold Lewis has 4. He's also got 4 rebounds. Prince Ali, in 8 minutes and 55 seconds in his first action with Quimsa, has 2. And Federico Zezular, 2 points. And Andrew, we're going to have to see what Leandro Ramea can put together in this second half. I just don't know if he's got the horses to come back from 18 down against Minas.
Yeah, it's not looking like it. I'll be honest with you, unless he's got a whole herd of wild stallions somewhere in there.
He's going to have to get something out of Agustin Perez, the tournament's 4th leading scorer at 19.5 points per game, has exactly 0. He's 0 for 4 from the field. But we shall see what the second half holds. 48-30 at halftime, Minas leading Quimsa. We are back live from Minas Tenis Clube in Belo Horizonte, Brazil, with second half action in just a few moments.
tenista. Você sabia que este ano o Minas comemora 90 anos? Além dos uniformes bonitões que só as nossas equipes estão usando, o clube lançou um jingle incrível na voz do Rogério Flosino. Nós vamos escutar agora. E para ouvir de novo, você pode assistir esse vídeo sensacional no nosso canal oficial no YouTube do Minas. É para escutar diversas vezes e decorar para a gente poder cantar junto, hein? Minas, 90 anos e o futuro inteiro pela frente. Confira o VT no nosso telão.
Se transformando, conectado com atitude, escreve presente, paz e saúde, pro corpo e pra mente, peito aberto sempre em frente, todo seguro, muito além do horizonte, enxerga o futuro, do coração na certeza, não estamos sós, todos juntos, em uma só voz. Pela frente, Minas, é amor que se sente, Minas, pela frente, Minas, é amor que se sente, Minas, pela frente, Minas, é amor que se sente. Minas, 90 anos de histórias e um futuro tanto pela frente.
E agora, neste momento, câmera do beijo. Os apaixonados se manifestem, vai, beija. Que beleza. É beijão de novela. Quem tá apaixonado, levanta a mão aí. Beija, beija, beija. Beija. Aê. Quem mais, quem mais? Beija, 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 beija. O amor está no ar. Beija, 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 beija. Que beleza. Quem mais? Beija, beija, beija. Beija, beija, beija. Que beijão de novela. Quem mais? Cadê os apaixonados? Beija, 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 beija. 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 Ó, os solteiros não fiquem tristes. Esse ano sua vida pode mudar.
48-30 as we come back to the action at Minas Tenis Clube in Belo Horizonte, Brazil, for tonight's Basketball Champions League America's Group C matchup between Minas and Quimsa of Santiago del Estero, Argentina. Minas with a 12-0 run to close out the second quarter and spread this lead to 18. Alongside my partner, Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Thanks so much for joining us. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Well, Andrew, if you are Leandro Ramea in the locker room at halftime, what adjustments do you make for the second half?
Well, that's tough. You're down by 18. So,
make some more shots and play better defense.
Yeah. You have to win each of the last quarters by 10 to overcome that. Or excuse me, you get the math. You do the math. But
no, you're the math expert here.
You got to win one by 9 and the other one get another 10 points. You might as well just say 10 each quarter. That's what I was saying.
I knew what you meant. Steal by Lewis leads to the errant dunk attempt by Prince Ali. I think he lost it on the way up. Or was he fouled? Hey, he just lost that on the way up. Nobody touched him. But did they call a foul?
Was there a foul before he took off, like on his gather?
They called it on Yuri Elias. Starting the second half on the floor for Minas, so it's going to be Hollowell, Franco Barale, Vinicius Silva, Wanarengo, and Yuri Elias on in place of Luis Montero. Same starting 5 for Quimsa.
Oh, now they're down 45.
So Ali hits both free throws. It's 48-33. Oh, now they're up by a couple hundred.
There they go.
And Franco Barale says, not much you can do about that.
I'd say, okay, we're going to run a play where somebody runs into the scorer's table, and let's see if we can just get the score machine to malfunction.
Ali's second effort is good, and he's got 6 points now. Orengo to his left to Hollowell, picked up by Romano. Hollowell steps back, launches the 3. Nope. Rebounded. Elias. And taken out of there by Miller. Miller hands it off. Now back to Romano. Beg your pardon, that was Zezular. Poked out of there by Ali. And they're going to get Prince Ali for the foul. Well, Andrew, we teased it toward the end of the first half. So let's get to our power rankings for the 2024 BCL Americas tournament. And let's go in reverse order from 12 to 1.
Okay, well, so I was going to ask that question. I did 8 with a 9th additional for what's upcoming.
Oh my, what's upcoming here is another 3-pointer for Minas. And biggest
Okay,
lead
I'm
of the game
prepared.
for
I'm ready.
Minas. Okay. So at number 12, I have Toros de Chiriquí. Number
Yes.
11, CDC Leones. Yuri Elias
Yes.
hits the three-pointer. Number 10 and 9. It will depend on the outcome of tomorrow night's game between Bigua and Quimsa, as Quimsa take time out after that three-point shot to get the lead to 22. And we will resume our power rankings in just a moment. 57-35, Minas. (57-35) in favor of Minas, and they are just rolling now. As Andrew and I get back to our power rankings. So I had Bigua and Quimsa kind of interchangeable at 9 and 10. Okay. Are you with me? Okay. Number 8. Okay. No, I just meant, are you with me on the power ranking? So
Wait a
I
minute.
knew you were there.
Where was Toros de Valle?
I haven't gotten to them yet.
Okay, all right.
Prince Ali hanging from 14, no good. Rebounded by Miller, but saved into Minas. So at number 8, I have Boca Juniors, as Ali makes the steal, accelerates and jams it over his head for 2. At number 7, I have Toros de Valle.
Okay.
At number 6, now here's where we may separate a little bit. At number 6, I have Minas.
Oh, okay.
But if they keep shooting like this,
separate.
if they keep shooting like this, I might have to change. And last three-pointer by Juan Arengo. Arengo now with 11. And I tell you what, Minas performing in this game, I might have to change right now. But I have Minas at number 6. At number 5, I have Instituto. Number 4, I have Paisas.
There we go.
With Victor Liz and Juan Rosario, Eric Griffin, Glenn Cosi. They can put up some points, man. And then the top 3, I'm sure we're going to be the same. At 3, I have Real Esteli, 2 Flamengo, 1 Franca.
You were mostly correct in terms of what you thought we would agree with. I have Minas above Esteli. So everything else was
really
mostly the same. Yeah.
I mean, I can see that. Esteli lost 2 games, but I think Esteli faced much stiffer competition than Minas.
Correct. That's what
that was the group of death, as it turned out to be.
What I had said earlier in the tournament is what you have to understand when you have group play like this is, do you have like an A team, a grade A team for the tournament as a whole, in a group with 2 C teams? Well, you know, so if we were to say in our example here, I'm not actually placing these grades, but for an example, if we took Minas and thought they were a B team against 2 C teams, and that Esteli, for example, was an A team against like 2 B plus teams, well, then the record doesn't really matter because Minas is undefeated. Esteli has a couple of losses. But at the level, what the proof will be in the pudding is if Minas just handles a team like Esteli at some point or gets beat by a Paisas, well, then we'll know that their group was, not as strong, and that was the reason why they were undefeated. Or if the team, vice versa, is the team actually was that good.
So what were your final rankings then? And you can go top to bottom.
Top to bottom, yeah. Franca, Flamengo, Minas. I said Esteli, even though they had lost a couple games. Then we were pretty much the same after that. Paisas, Instituto, I had Boca, and then I was going with Bigua over Quimsa. I would put Toros de Valle. Yeah, let me scratch that. Toros de Valle. Again, let us recall, I did 8 originally, thinking of here's who I feel would be in the quarterfinals. So yeah, if I had to just pick off the eye test, I have Toros de Valle and Paisas, up higher. But both higher than Bigua and Quimsa.
Yeah, I was going irrelevant of who qualified for the quarterfinals. I'm just going completely by the eye test as to who I think the strongest teams are.
But in watching Paisas versus Toros de Valle, I think Paisas has a better chance of upsetting a higher team.
I agree.
And so in that way, I think it's good that they advance. But it would have been great to have, if we had Toros in this group, trade them out with Quimsa or Bigua, or CDC, just to see, would have been cool to see, hey, what does that mean? Again, you might find that if you put them, I like that idea. If you put Toros de Valle in the tournament group D with, I think that was Franca. Yeah, that was the one with Franca Instituto. So you take CDC out, put Toros de Valle. How does that shake that group up?
Oh, that becomes the group of death then.
Correct. Yeah, I think so. So, and
those
I
games
didn't think
between Instituto and no, they weren't. They weren't.
Leonis was pretty good.
Yeah, they were in a tough group also.
And
in fact, I thought about putting Leonis above Quimsa and or Bigua.
I think I would actually.
But I don't know how you can put a team with no wins above 2 teams with 1 win.
Yeah.
And one of which is going to advance in the quarters.
That goes back to my, what level is the competition?
Yeah, for sure. Fun little discussion on the power rankings here. FIBA staff usually comes up with a power rankings. I haven't checked the tournament website to see if they've done one recently. Sometimes they do one for fun. They should just leave that to us.
Right. We'll publish it. Don't worry about it.
There we go. Oh, a 3-pointer from the corner by Bruno Sansimoni. Good to see him drain another one. Sansimoni came into the game 2 of 15 from 3-point range. He and Juan Bursino a total of 5 of 37 for about 13.5%. Coming into this one, they've each hit a 3-pointer here tonight. Pass tipped by Arnold Lewis out of bounds. Catch and shoot 3 by Montero, and that is good with the shot clock winding down. That 3 no good. 2 minutes to play third quarter. Minas Not giving up much in this third quarter. Lead is 17. That's just a beautiful shot by Montero, catching it in rhythm, going straight up. Yeah, I haven't. There has been no power rankings done. But that's okay. That's what we're here for.
Just forward them to the main office.
There you go.
Headquarters. We'll be in touch.
We'll send a message to Jaime. I'm sure he'd write back and say, "Thanks, guys. We got this."
we have received your message.
Do that.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Just a tremendous job of the communication staff, FIBA Americas, the social media team. Ooh. Beautiful move there by Arnold Lewis.
Yeah, it was nice.
They just do a tremendous job posting highlights, reels on Instagram, the Tickety Talk, Facebook, everything. .8 to play, third quarter, 65-49. Quimsa actually outscoring Minas in this third quarter so far, 19-17. Minas have led all but 16 seconds of this game. Quimsa took the lead at 3-2, and it has been Minas since then. Perez still without a point. He's 0 for 5 from the floor. Again, the tournament's fourth leading scorer at 19.5 points per game. Rolfie, little hesitation. Oh. That was going to fall in, but Arnold Lewis went up and hung on the rim. I think that layup attempt by Rolfie was going to fall in.
It looked like it.
It ended up being no good, but I think they called basket interference anyway. So had it gone through, it would not have counted. Game clock at 5. Sends Simone into the front court. Puts up the running floater, and that will miss. And the third quarter will come to an end with Minas on top, 66-49. Quimsa ends up outscoring Minas in that third quarter, 19-18. And Andrew, you said they needed to outscore them by 10 in one quarter, 9 in another. Well, not going to do it.
That means they just need to win the fourth by 17. Here we go.
Yeah. Hey, that's possible.
Or 18, excuse me. I'm not doing that today.
Let's look at the numbers on this one for Minas. 24 of 47 for 51% overall as a team. My goodness. 9 of 21 from three-point range for 42.9%. 9 of 11 from the stripe. Quimsa, 17 of 47 overall, 36%. 5 of 18 from three-point range for 27.8%. So we look at that reverse dunk by Prince Ali. Quimsa 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Quimsa have nearly pulled even in rebounds. 27-24 advantage to Minas. Quimsa now actually leading in offensive rebounds, 10-8. So they crashed the glass much better in that third quarter. 11 turnovers for Minas, 12 for Quimsa. Individually, Jeremy Hollowell, 11 points, 3 rebounds. Franco Barale, 3 points, 6 assists. Danilo Fusaro, 5 points. Lucas Rodriguez, 9 points on 3 of 3 shooting from the arc. Rodriguez, though, with 4 fouls. Rafa Mineiro, no points, but 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Vinny Silva, 14 points. Juanarengo, 11. Alexandre Paraños, 5 points, 5 rebounds. Yuri Elias, 5 points. And Luis Montero, 3 points. All but 3 players for Minas have scored. Fernando Fernandez has only played 18 seconds. Rafa Mineiro played 14 minutes but has not scored. And we have not seen new addition Murilo Cuene on the floor yet, the 18-year-old for Minas. For Quimsa, Tavario Miller, 6 points, 4 rebounds, as that three-pointer is up and in to start this fourth quarter. Juan Bersino, 3 points, 5 assists. Emiliano Basabe, 3 points. Agustin Perez, 3. Sansimoni has 9. Vasarani, 4. Romano, 8. Arnold Lewis now 6 points, 6 boards. Prince Ali with 8 points. And Federico Zezular with 2. And a steal there by Montero. I believe the biggest lead of the game for Minas still 22 points. Let's check that. Yes, 22 points, still the biggest lead of the game for Minas. They hit that at 57-35 in the third quarter. Now Montero, a little pocket pass to Paraños. Mineiro out to Rodriguez, wide right on the three-point attempt, and that's going to be Quimsa ball. Three-pointer from the right wing missing by Perez. And he's stuck on 3 points. Little floater from the left elbow, no good for Perez. Oh, pretty move. Wow. Luis Montero. (68-52). This is the only game tonight. A couple of games tomorrow. We kick things off early in the USA. It'll be Boca Juniors and Flamengo in Group B. 11:10 a.m. local time in beautiful Buenos Aires. 9:10 a.m. Eastern in the U.S. And then Quimsa and Biguá in a game that will decide who is the second team to advance out of Group C. As Rafa Mineiro hits the three-pointer, and he's in the scorebook now. That second game tomorrow, 5:10 p.m. Eastern in the U.S., 7:10 local time here in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Acrobatic drive to the bucket by Luis Montero. And he draws the foul. Or was that Paraños? That was Paraños. No, that was Montero. And if we look at the upcoming schedule past tomorrow, on Monday, it's going to be Minas against Biguá, followed by Flamengo and Toros de Chiriquí in Group B. And then we finish up group play on Tuesday night. From Buenos Aires, it's going to be Boca Juniors against Toros de Chiriquí. Can't believe we're almost through with group play. Seems like we just started in December.
Yeah, the first couple windows feel like went fast. This last one, I think mostly because it consisted of two different windows for Group A. It seems a little longer, but yeah, overall.
Yeah, this window's definitely been longer. Yeah, we played the double window for Group A because they did not play in December. So they played 6 games in just over the span of a week. Each team with 4 games in the space of just about a week. And really, despite all that basketball for Group A in such a short period of time, it did not seem like fatigue was much of a factor, as I believe Leandro Romea just got rung up with a technical foul. Free throw is good for Vini Silva. Outside to Rodriguez. He launches another 3. He hit it, but it won't count. An offensive foul away from the ball. And the youngster Lucas Rodriguez saying, come on, man.
Mini Silva's blocking downfield for a screen pass there. Taking up 2 guys.
Getting ready for the Super Bowl tomorrow. Speaking of which, who you got in that one, Andrew?
Hard to go against the Chiefs.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Prince Ali fouled as he hits the shot. So he'll go to the line for the double la falta. Yeah, hard to bet against Mahomes and Reed on a Sunday in February, man. They just seem to get it done. On the other hand, you got the Eagles, Saquon Barkley, a great defense and a great run game. That's old school football. And they put up, 56 points on Washington?
Right.
And they did it with a run game. And if you can put up 56 points running the football and playing defense, that's a tough formula. Mineiro, another 3. Rafa Mineiro hits. 6.6 rebounds now for Mineiro. See if we can get a bucket for Fernando Fernandez. The only one to play so far that has not scored. Still have not seen Murilo Cuene for Minas, the young 18-year-old. Perhaps we'll see him in the last couple of minutes of this game with Minas having the big lead. Lead is back to 22, biggest of the game for Minas. You know what? I'm looking at my power rankings again. I don't know. This performance tonight, maybe Minas at 5 above Instituto? I don't know. Instituto played much tougher competition.
I think Minas is pretty good.
I'm not saying they're not good. I'm not saying they're not pretty good. Oh, beautiful move there. Arnold Lewis dancing between the defenders. I mean, it's hard to take away from Minas the more I think about it. Quimsa, the defending champs. Oh, Prince Ali showing some dazzling moves there.
Everybody clap your hands.
And I know Quimsa did not have the same roster as they had last year.
Clap your hands.
Missing Fabian Ramirez, Taya Galizzi, and oh, by the way, Brandon Robinson. Yeah, those are 3 big players to lose. Now Ali from 12, that's good. Prince Ali now with 15 points. Fans here in Minas Tenis Clube getting a little restless. Lead down to 16. Officially, that technical foul on Quimsa given to the bench. So I don't know if it was necessarily Leandro Romea or one of the assistants or one of the players on the bench. But usually when it's the head coach himself, they note that it's the coach in the score sheet. So Murilo Cuene into the game now for Minas. Lewis has his shot blocked. And then ripped out of there. My goodness. Minas not conceding anything. (77-62) with 1:50 to play. Zesular to Lewis. His shot blocked again. Murilo Cuene scores his first bucket for Minas. a three-pointer, and every member except Fernando Fernandez of Minas have scored. '18-year-old Murilo Kuene along with 17-year-old Lucas Rodriguez. Now here's Fernandez. Yes!
There we go.
Fernando Fernandez gets into the scorebook with a three and smiles all around for Minas. Every player on their team scores in this one. You get a three. You get a three. Everybody gets a three. 10 players for Minas have hit a three-pointer tonight. Only Danilo Fusaro, who is 0 for 1, and Alexandre Paranhos, who has not taken a three-pointer, have not hit from the arc. They are 13 of 28 for 46% as a team. That is spreading the love. Both free throws good for Agustin Perez. And this is not the kind of night he wanted to have. 5 points on 1 of 9 shooting for the tournament's 4th leading scorer. Oh, and Minas continue to pour it on. Wanarango with that one. Seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Zezular has his shot blocked by Silva. And Minas will just walk it up, and the clock will expire. An impressive performance by Minas to win 88-64. They finished the game with their biggest lead of 24 points. And outscore Quimsa in that 4th quarter 22-15.
Desejamos a todos vocês ótimo final de semana e a gente se vê em breve. Valeu, bateria! Valeu, jogadores! Valeu, torcida!
Quimsa still with a chance to advance. If Quimsa can beat Biguá tomorrow night and Minas defeats Biguá, it will be Quimsa out of Group C. I believe I have that right. Because if both teams lose to Minas, they will be 1-4. And so the game tomorrow night between Quimsa and Biguá, much like we had last night between Paisas and Toros del Valle, will determine who advances out of Group C. So let's look at the final numbers here. Minas, 30 of 61 for 49%, 14 of 29 from three-point range, 48%, 12 of 14 from the free throw line for 85.7%. For Quimsa, 22 of 64 overall, 34%, 6 of 22 from the arc, 27% there, and 14 of 18 from the free throw line for 78%. Minas won the rebounding battle, 37-34. Quimsa had the advantage on the offensive glass, 12-8. 15 turnovers for Minas, 16 for Quimsa. Individually, as we look at the highlights, Jeremy Hollowell, 11 points for Minas. He had 8 in the first quarter. He also had 3 rebounds. Fernando Fernandez, 3 points. Franco Barale, 3 points, 6 assists. Murilo Kuene, 3 points. Danilo Fusaro had 5. Lucas Rodriguez The 17-year-old had 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting from the arc. He made another one, but it was wiped off because of an offensive foul away from the ball. Rodriguez also with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Nice game for the youngster. Rafa Minejo, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Vinny Silva, 15 points, 5 boards. Juan Arengo, 14 points on 6 of 7 shooting. He also had 4 rebounds. Alexandre Paranhos, 5.6 boards. Yuri Elias, 5 points, 2 rebounds. And Luis Montero, a little bit of a quiet night, 7 points for him. For Quimsa, Tavario Miller, 6 points, 4 boards. Juan Brasino, 3 points, just took 3 shots in this game. He had 5 assists. Emiliano Basabe had 3. Agustin Perez, 5 points. Bruno Sansimoni, 9 points, 4 boards. Eduardo Vassirani, 4 points, 4 boards. Nicolas Romano with 8 points. Arnold Lewis, 8.7 rebounds. Prince Ali in his debut with Quimsa played just over 20 minutes, almost 21. Had 16 points, 3 rebounds. And Federico Zezular, 2 points, 3 boards. So for Group C, it's likely going to come down to tomorrow as Quimsa and Biguá face off. 7:10 local time, 5:10 Eastern in the USA. Right back here at Minas Tenis Clube in Belo Horizonte. The matinee tomorrow, it's going to be Boca Juniors against Flamengo in Group B, 11:10 a.m. local time, 9:10 a.m. Eastern time in the U.S., live from Buenos Aires. Again, the final score, 88-64. Minas dominating Quimsa at home. For my partner, Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feda, saying thanks for watching and so long for now.